Before we get into this video, I want to let you guys know that the official DualDEATHLucario Discord server is live. This is a great place to hang out with everyone, play some Pokken, get some advice on playing the game, and also just having a good time in general. Links in the description. Welcome back, lads and lassies, DualDEATHLucario here, and we are ready with Pokken 1.3.2, or 3, whatever patch it is, for the patch is ready to download. The July 11 patch is ready. Now, as you guys can see on screen, I'm currently downloading it, and once it's done, we're going to go into the training mode, and we're going to look over all the new buffs and nerfs for the characters. Now, I'm not going to be doing every character. I know every character is getting buffed, but some of those buffs aren't really important, like Libre is just getting 2 small changes, like the Sideway increased damage, which really isn't worth me going through every single character. So just be going through a couple of characters. I'll be going through, of course, Lucario, looking over his air dash to see if it's good. We'll be going over Machamp, it's done. So make this quick. We'll be going over Weavile. I want to check something with Blaziken. We'll be going over Sceptile. We'll be going over Braixen because she got a new move. We will be going over Krogunk, Scissor, and of course the 2 biggest ones, Empoleon and Aegislash, finishing up with Blastoise. So I will see you guys in trading mode. Alright, here we are, and the first thing I want to check, of course, is that synergy time. How long is it? So I'm going to click Synergy Burst, and then I've got a stopwatch here, and I'm going to get the time. So let's go. Oh, that was the wrong button. That clocked in at just under 13 seconds, so either I was a second quick and it comes in at 12 seconds, or it does come in at 13. So yeah, it's changed from 14 down to 12, so unfortunately I'm a little sad at that. Okay, now let's see what everyone was going crazy about. The instant air dash. Everyone was going crazy that this move is going to be crazy broken, but let's see if we've got it. Yep, we have our air dash. And we can do that really low. That's as low as I can do it. But the fact is it instant air dash? I'm going to do the exact same input I do for a Mewtwo instant air dash. And I don't think that worked. Okay, I don't think this is an instant air dash, but you can do that super low. Let's see what I can do with it. Oh. Let's turn that off. I was messing around earlier. So I can do a standard combo like that. There is a bit of a delay. Like, I am going to do the air dash and then mash JY as fast as possible. That's how fast it came out. There is a big delay. So I don't think that's an instant air dash because there's a lot of startup lag. It does not come out as fast as it looks. That is me mashing JY as fast as possible. That was nerfing. Yeah, I am disappointed with that instant air dash. Because that is so laggy on startup. I do not think that is going to be good. I cannot see a lot of practical uses for that. The only practical use I can really see for it is if we make the opponent jump and you catch them out of the air, but that is going to be really hard to combo off of. Yeah, I am very disappointed in that. It's as I expected. I had a feeling that air dash would not be instant because that's probably as low as I can get it. Okay, let me try. That startup lag is so long. Okay. Yep. Instant air dash is terrible. Just as I expected it would be. Okay, going back to the Joy-Con controls, and before anyone asks, the reason I'm using Joy-Con controls here is just so I have more buttons and I don't need to, because right now I've had to change my controls for my Hori, so once I'm done here I'm going to have to change it back, but for now we're back to Machamp. Okay, so Machamp got a new move, you can see it right now, it's Release X, so I'm charging it right now, let's release and see what happens. Ooh! It's wait, that's not it. It's that. It's the startup Oh wait, no, I pressed the wrong button. It's the second hit of Machamp's 4X. Okay then. What about in field? Still a thing in field. Okay, let's see what happens if I land it in field. Does it instantly shift? It does, just as I thought. Can we combo out of it? I imagine we can, but let's see what we've got. Bear with me. So it can be used for a setup. I think we can also go for a more damaging move. That wasn't optimal. I think I do know the optimal for that. And I'm pretty sure we can do something with close, with enhance. That's probably the best we can do. So I'm not sure how interesting that will be. I imagine if your opponent lunges at you, you can probably just do that. It's got some good range. This. Okay, so that is pretty interesting. I'm not really sure the use for it. I can imagine it would be can be good if you're wait a minute, one thing I didn't check. Okay, so I'm back with the next two characters. We have Weavile and Blaziken. Blaziken, I just want to check one thing quickly because I don't think he got too many changes, but I just want to check something. But Weavile got 6Y, which, whoa, is that? Okay, so you can't really go into multiple versions of it. But that actually looks really cool. Because what that reminds me of is a lunging move like Bone Rush. But that comes out... So, like, one thing I always criticize about Weavile is how he didn't have a good way of punishing someone from half screen. Like, just you imagine you've got your opponent spamming counter. Typically, Weavile's only way of whiff punishing that is with 2x, which if this opponent wasn't someone using a high counter, could get punished, or knockoff, which if you mistime it, you could get hit. But I like this more because it's a bit more of a low commitment punish move. And I imagine you can combo off of it. Unfortunately, no, because I'm going for the fastest moves Weavile has, and that is not comboing. So that just seems like a little bit of a poke that you can only really go for if... Wait a minute. Nope. 4Y. 5Y. 2Y. And none of them confirmed. So it's a good little lunging move for punishing your opponent, but in terms of actual damage, 2x or knockoff would probably be better. And this just seems like it's not as hard, it's easier to get away with because your opponent can't really get a big punish off it. But I don't really see a great use for it, because it can't combo. Okay, so the Blaziken thing I wanted to look into wasn't that important, but now we've got our next two characters. We've got Braixen and Croagunk. Braixen just got one change, which was a new move, which was J8Y. Oh! So it's like her 8Y, her normal JY, but there's no fireballs. Also similar to her 8X, so let's get the opponent to jump and see if we can get something off that. Yep, there we go. So you can now combo that. And you can probably get some wall combos. I don't know Braixen at all, I don't know any of Braixen's combos, so I'm not sure completely, but that gives Braixen a decent move to hit jumping opponents, because that was only used for keeping people back. Now Croagunk. Charged 8Y is a new move. As I expected, it's just his normal 8Y, but it now has a much higher hit. Okay, so we also got GAX. Let's see how this move works. Whoops, that's not it. That's it. I'm not noticing any changes so far. Oh, dropped a bomb, which blew us both up. Let's try and hit my opponent with it all the time. Alright, next two characters we've got are Scissor and Empoleon. Now for Scissor, I want to try this first. Yep, you can do Bug Bite without going for Bullet Punch now. So you now have a command, because the one thing about Bug Bite is you could always see it coming. But now, Scissor has a command grab that he can use without even doing it. And keep in mind, this command grab has massive range. And it can typically catch jumping opponents. And if I'm correct, yeah, you can cancel it. So this will give Scissor a new option that he can go for out of shield. Now can he... And I think I figured out the second buff, which is the Swords Dance cancel buff. It's not really a cancel, because if you notice here... Let me just turn the inputs on just so you guys can see that I am doing this. Just remember my inputs are a little weird. As you can see there, I'm mashing to try and cancel it, and nothing's happening. But I notice it does happen if you throw the Swords Dance. See? He done a little dash. Let's see if we can turn that into something practical. Okay, so it does have a lot of scaling though. And it didn't really launch my opponent. So I do think that's pretty interesting, but it can I think it can only work out of a mix-up situation if you want to maybe dash up to your opponent in case you want to like throw the swords, dash up to your opponent in case they drop shield and try and catch them with something. One of the moves with Empoleon I'm not sure of, which is neutral Y, hold the button to transition into slide. Apparently that wasn't working, but let's try this. Okay, that's not really a new move, but you can now cancel your 5Y into that. Let me see if I've got practical use for that. Okay, so you can still do bread and butter combos off of it. If you don't want to go for a raw 2x, you want to just go for a 5yx. So that's cool. That's another change, 2x. Notice that I'm not moving forward, because I'm pressing 1x technically. This is a normal 2x. Just notice how I start sliding forward. Now, I don't have to go forward at all, I can just slide on the spot. But also I won't go back as far. No, he barely goes back at all. And of course I could do this. Jump forward. That is safe. That is safe on block. As you can see, but I imagine if I do this instead, I can grab it. Now let's see if we can get him to tech it. It is safe. It's probably -8 now, as I expected. So 4x is now a safe launcher in neutral. Nice. Look how far that boy jumps! He jumps half screen! My god, he goes far. Damn. That's good movement. Yeah, he seems faster. I can't compare old and new, because, well, I can compare old and new, you just have to watch the video I uploaded earlier today. Or the video I'm uploading tomorrow, well, because, the next Empoleon video doesn't actually have the update. Yeah, he is actually faster now that I look at it. Oh my god, he's much faster. His back walk, not so much, but look how fast he walks forward. I don't think he has the slowest walk in the game now. Maybe that's Blastoise, unless... No, he got a change to his movement in, Burst only. So, I don't think he's the slowest character in the game now. Huh. Speaking of which. Yeah, this boy's looking faster as well. Oh my god. Look how fast he walks. I think that's about the same speed as Empoleon. I think they're now even, but only when Blastoise is in burst. God. Empoleon is now faster than Blastoise. It's crazy. Yeah, that Dark Pulse is looking strong. That Dark Pulse is looking really good at taking out other projectiles. Blastoise can now do his GX on the spot without homing in. Normal GX. GX back. And I notice it's coming out, it looks like it's coming out a bit faster. It's interesting. I've got the stopwatch back. I'm going to press actually, no, I don't need to. I can use that one up there. I'm going to use Sacred Sword, and we're going to check how long the buffs last. We started at 10. Lasted about 6 seconds. Can't remember how long they used to last. Okay, so that is still hitting, even though I'm crouching with the lowest crouching character in the game. Both the charged version and uncharged version. I don't think that's been a major change as people have been thinking. Well, that didn't last long. Using that reduces the amount of time Aegislash can use it. Bit sad that there's no 4Y changes, or 6X. I mean, you can still do shit like that. 4Y can still anti-air. As you can see, I set the AI to tech a grab and it's not getting teched. So maybe 4Y did get nerfed, the fact that it no longer puts them in an airborne state, meaning that you can actually grab punish them. Or maybe it was like that originally. So you can, so 4Y now looks pretty unsafe because it no longer puts Aegislash airborne. So, yeah. The Ironhead nerf didn't. One last thing I want to check. Nope. Looks like Pachirisu has been nerfed. Okay. So I think that's everything that we went through. So let me run through it all again. Total garbage. Lucario has been nerfed. This move is, in my mind, not reliable because the attack input has got so much startup. So not reliable at all. Oh, and because his burst time now lasts less time, he has definitely been nerfed. One more thing. I actually thought Lucario's Aura Sphere would be changed in mid-air so you could cancel it, but that's not the case, because as you see here, jump, charge Aura Sphere, I'm mashing to cancel it, and nothing's happening. It is not cancelling. But I figured it out. Lucario can now cancel it into an air, can now go for an air dash afterwards. He's not cancelling it, he's just going into an air dash, which is utterly useless. Only situation you're really going to land that, and it's only in burst. Yeah, this is useless. Lucario has been completely and utterly nerfed, which, okay, fine, he's a good character, and he's still going to be really strong, even with a 12-second synergy. But I just laugh at everyone who said that this was going to be broken, and it's turned out to be absolute trash. Like you can see in the bottom right here, I will try and go for that JY as fast as I can. See how long it took it to come out? From me mashing. Machamp, the release X, I'm not really sure how that will work, but it could be good if your opponent jumps in or lunges at you, but you need to be charging it for it to be useful. So, it's a buff, but I wouldn't say it's anything massive. Weavile's 6Y, I don't really think that's a very useful move, simply because it's not going to be good at the fact that you can't combo into it, and it does so little, it's not really a worthwhile lunging move. We've still got buffed, his AX can now be a combo starter after hitting airborne opponents, and he now has a longer burst time. Braixen, the new G8Y, is interesting, but only really good for hitting low opponents, and that jump for a combo. Don't really think it's got a massive change. I actually think the Braixen got nerfed because the Flame Charge, reduced range when crossing over opponents, makes it easier to punish a Braixen that wants to get out of corner by using Flame Charge. So yeah, Braixen I think got nerfed. Oh, and this move I actually forgot to double check, it doesn't counter Pierce, but it does override counters. So that can be good for those situations. It's probably better for just going for ending wall combos. Too bad I can't do Krugunk wall combos, so I can't show it off. I feel the scissor changes are actually really cool. The fact that he can now has a command grab that he can go for it, he doesn't have to confirm it out of bullet punch. And his sword stance follow-ups can be interesting. I do think that Scissor got good buffs. Empoleon got crazy buffs. He's now no longer the slowest character, which I think is a really good thing. And his 4X is now a launcher in neutral that is really, really good. Other than that, I don't think he got changed too much. Aegislash, the fact that he can actually be punished for 4Y, and that 6X, 4X has reduced buff times. I think that's really good. I think that was two changes that we needed. Ironhead is still not that good at hitting or catching and crouching opponents, because as we saw, even with Krogunk, the lowest crouching character in the game, it still hit him. And Blastoise, it's now cool that he doesn't have to go for commit to GX, and that he is now faster. I like the Blastoise changes, but I don't think it's significant, and I think it's actually hurt the fact that he's now slower than Empoleon. And Pachirisu got major nerfed. It's not a good support anymore for Okies, it's only good for projectiles. So that's my overall thoughts of the changes. I know a lot of our characters got changed, but a lot of them got really small changes that I don't really think are going to be too useful. So that is it for the patch. Let me know what you guys think. I'm DualDEATHLucario. Thank you all for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, feel free to let me know with a like and a comment. If you want to see more Pokémon Tournament videos, then I'd recommend you hit that subscribe button and ring that bell to turn on notifications so you never miss those videos. Also, if you want to keep up to date with me and have the chance to play Pokémon against me, check out my Discord server where we can also discuss these changes. I'm DualDEATHLucario. Thank you all for watching. Hope you all have a nice day.